This video is a story of how I took two really stupid AI agents and then trained them to chase me in a 10x10 grid environment. The way that I was able to achieve this is by using reinforcement learning. So for starters, I would just ask Cursor to create a 10x10 grid for me. I would also ask it to create two agents and one player. This player would be me trying to run away from the agents, and the goal here is to make those agents figure out that by chasing me and by trying to capture me, they are going to get rewards. So the way this is going to work is that I'm going to have those agents play in this environment for thousands of episodes, and in each episode these agents are going to take a random step. If their step ends up decreasing the distance from the agent to the player, we are going to give them some positive reward. We are also going to give them a really big reward if they are able to catch the player. Now, of course, I cannot be the one to play this game for thousands of turns, and so for the training purposes, I am going to move the player randomly. Once I wrote this algorithm and started the training, we can see that the agents have learned that decreasing the distance is giving them positive reward. And so, after thousands of steps of training, these agents are now trying to capture the player, or at least follow the player as much as they can. This is okay, but this is very simple. The thing that I want to do here is I want to see if I can make these agents collaborate with each other to capture the player. Because if you think about it, in this particular type of grid environment, there is absolutely no way for these agents to capture the player unless they start collaborating with each other. Because the player can always keep running in a different direction and the agents would always be behind the player. The only way for them to win this game is to actually collaborate with each other and try to reduce the number of possible places that the player can go. To figure out how to do this, I thought maybe I can give a different reward. This is my coach mentality in play. I thought if both agents are going to get same rewards, they might encourage themselves to collaborate because both of them are going to get same reward. So it would be better if they start collaborating instead of trying to chase the player individually. Or at least that's what I thought. I updated the reward function and started the training again. This time, after 1000 steps, when I tried the game, something really funny happened. Hold on to your seats, because what happened was my introduction to the lazy agent problem. The lazy agent problem is basically when one of the agent figures out that it can get the same reward without actually doing any work. And it's so funny to see how only one agent trying to catch the player while the other one is just there chilling. It is not even moving from its place. Because it just figured out that if one agent captures, I'll get the same reward. I don't need to do any work. Because doing work is tough, it gives you negative reward. And so, I ran into lazy agent problem, which meant our reward function was wrong. And now I started thinking about how to make this reward function better, how to make these agents collaborate with each other. And then a light bulb moment happened. The light bulb moment for me was to make these agents share a single brain cell. I added a consensus module, an additional deep learning network on top of these agents, and that deep learning network would help them strategize together. I also updated our reward function this time. Instead of just giving them reward for capturing or reducing the distance from the player, I updated the reward function such that the agents will get more reward if the number of escape paths is less for the player. By adding the new consensus module and updating our reward function, I was very optimistic. So I started the training once again. And now, once the training was done, I started playing against those agents. And would you look at that? The agents seem to be collaborating with each other. Now, these agents are not trying to randomly chase the player down. They are trying to corner the player, and more often than not, I am ending up on the wrong side. I cannot win this game because these agents are cornering me to one position. They're not getting the same rewards, but they're still trying to corner me as a team and collaborate to make sure that the player is always caught. It's such an amazing emergent property to see without actually explicitly mentioning anything in this entire algorithm. When I saw this, I was mesmerized. And it brought back so many memories from my older times back in college when I used to do a lot of reinforcement learning related stuff. This is the reason why I love reinforcement learning. It allows you to do so many cool things without actually explicitly mentioning anything to your machine learning model. The next thing that I wanted to do was basically I wanted to see if I could reduce the vision of these agents. So right now these agents can always know where the player is. But what if these agents could only see one step ahead of them? In that case, the collaboration would have to be top notch. Because without collaboration, they'll almost never be able to figure out where the player is on the map. Our current setup of using one consensus module along with our new reward function, it fails miserably in this situation. I tried training for a longer period of time, but our agents didn't seem to learn anything. And so this is something that I'm still trying to do. And so that part might come later in some other video. For this video, I just wanted to highlight these super cool reinforcement learning techniques that you can try and teach your agents to do so many cool things without explicitly telling them exactly what to do. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm gonna continue my explorations, and whenever I'm able to figure out how to make that work, expect another video. Till then, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.